Welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin. All right, well, a sleeping toddler just woke up and was just getting ready to push record. So, well, let's carry on and see what happens. Now, I've been wearing this watch for well over a week, and I mentioned that it's pretty tough to unclasp, and that's one of the things I actually kind of dislike about it. I mean, it's really hard to get on and off. You really have to pull hard, and so I've kind of figured out if you come from behind, you can do that, and I don't know if you're supposed to do it that way. I'll just show. What's that? No, it doesn't hurt. It just it's a very tight clasp. But here's if you want to pull it, brute strength. It's tough. It hurts your finger. Yeah, it hurts your finger to do it like that. But if you come from behind, then it's easy. I don't know if that's good for the clasp. I probably wouldn't do that with a Rolex, but with this, I don't mind so much. All right, so yes, I've had this on for a week, and like I said, it was running a little bit slow, but I think it might have caught up. You know, as my daughter grabs the Explorer 2. I don't know if I mentioned to you guys, but a couple months ago, I got out the GMT Master 2, and I put it on, and it was a little slow. And as I wore it for about a week, it sped up, and it got to its usual accuracy, which is about +1 every couple days. And possibly the same situation is going on with this. It could have sat in a drawer for a long time, and that's why it was running slow. And then now that it's been worn, it could have speeded up to its proper accuracy. That's what I'm hoping happened, and that's one of the reasons why I really haven't wanted to take it off. But as you can see, it's the 3rd, and around the 1st of the month, I usually wind all my watches. And so I was winding my Rolexes, and I decided, wow, I really want to wear a Rolex. So I got out the Explorer 2, and I thought we could look at these side by side just for fun. Now, it was really easy to line up those second hands with the hackable feature of this. Credit to Vince Full. Butchering his name. I sort of on the tip of my tongue. Oh well, not so much for the shout out, but yeah, Vince Full. He mentioned that when I did the sort of review of this, I said it doesn't make a lot of sense. I said, because of the totalizer, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, he pointed out that it makes perfect sense, and I was kind of boneheaded in saying that, in the sense it's called a Speedtimer, and it's got a tachometer on it, and so if you were at the racetrack or the horse track to figure out the rates of speed of those horses or cars, this would be a perfect watch, totalizer or not. So, it's called a Speedtimer. How could I? I think that was in the back of my mind. I'm sort of scraping for a defense here. Sometimes when I look at watches, I look at sort of their features and their functionality in terms of my life. And while I did notice the tachometer meter in orange going around the chapter ring, I didn't really mention it. And you're right. Vincent Fuller. Vince Full. I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. It's I know your handle, but it's just slipping my mind at the moment. But yes, he's absolutely right. This is a tachometer, and it's it's got a place. Now, in the 70s, this could have been really useful for that purpose, but these days, I think they're at the racetrack. They probably got ray guns and I can say stun guns. They probably have some of those too. but they have probably more efficient ways to measuring time and speed, I should say. So, but you know, if I ever know, if I'm ever going someplace and I know the exact distance, well, perhaps I'll figure out my rate of speed. I have a feeling that might not happen. Anyway, just let's go back to comparing these two. And yeah, and of course this is a much younger watch. So it looks a lot better if the tables were turned and this were the 70s watch and this were the watch that was, you know, about 2 decades old, which actually, if you think about it like that, this watch really isn't that young at all. But comparatively speaking, it is. And if the tables were turned, then this would be the one looking all schmicko. You know, it's got that case wear that you saw in the last video. But yeah, this has a very 70s case, doesn't it? I mean, that's fitting because it was made in 1970. It reminds me of some of those Vostok options, which I guess they haven't changed the case styles of the Vostoks in decades, but that is such a 70s look. Look at that. Very, very 70s look. I don't know if I like it. I like it because it's a product of that time, and I appreciate it for that, but I would never buy a new watch in 2018 with a case like this. I always go for the 420 Vostoks. I think those look much better. I always avoid the ones that look like this. I think Matt Stevens, his Aquaman Scuba Man had this kind of case. Yeah, I go for the 420s. But anyway, it is kind of cool considering the product, considering it is a product of the 70s. And hey, I like the 70s, just maybe not new retro 70s in 2018. I like the original stuff from the 70s. That makes it more forgivable. All right, so what can we say about these? Hey, different color dials. This one's white, this one's black. Vastly different functions. The GMT hand here, and well, I'm gonna have to call it a tachometer from now on, I guess. But you know, we'll just say the hackable second hand. Well, that's another way to say it. You know, I always wind my watches about once a month, even if I don't wear them. And a lot of my watches, you know, I've got a few Vostoks that you can wind, and the military watch, and my grandfather's watches, you can all wind those. But these old Seikos that I've gotten, the other two Seiko 5s and this, they don't really lend themselves to collecting in the sense that you can't just wind them up to keep them, you know, moving and to keep that oil from congealing. You have to wear them because it's these are all non-winding. And so these Seikos really lend themselves to being worn and being sort of watches that are used every day. Yeah, I mean, you can, I guess, once a month to keep the oil from congealing, just sort of do this. Here, I can't resist panning up to capture this. So I will. She just got up from her nap, so she's a little sleepy. But yeah, so these don't really. I guess they don't. A whole collection of Seiko 5s would be a bit of a pain, because I guess every month you would kind of have to do this and just get that rotor going to get the movement going to keep the oils from congealing and whatnot. It makes it a lot easier if you can wind the watch. And yeah, so I got to visit with the GMT Master 2 today, and And looking at that really made me want to put on a Rolex. So I decided to go for this because it was kind of out. Yeah, it's a whole nother topic, whole nother video, but my GMT Master 2 appears to be a safe queen. I never. No, I'm not sleepy. Are you sleepy? You are. Well, you can sleep more if you want. You know, I never bought the GMT Master 2 to be a safe queen or to hoard. I always wanted to use it. But it's sort of just become a safe queen, and part of me you know, doesn't like that because you know, I've always wanted to use it, and I've always thought a watch should be used and not hoarded. But it's okay. I mean, it's sort of as a safe queen, it makes me a little happier. I mean, I still enjoy it. It's the fact that I have it, and you know, if a piece of jewelry or a watch, we're calling these pieces of jewelry, if they you know, if they make you happy, sitting in a velvet case in a dry box in another room, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I guess there's no shame in just hoarding it and having it, and yeah, I do occasionally wear it. So I mean, it's not like it's a full-on safe queen, but you know, I've always thought, what if I got another GMT Master 2, one to wear and then have this one to hoard. It's kind of tempting, of course, that it's a huge cost, but I don't think I'd ever do that because that would just be too much of a commitment to making that a safe queen, and yeah, that's just there's something foolish about that. But yeah, anyway, Bus. Well, I tell you what, you're up from your nap, so you want to go to the park? Okay, let's go to the park. So anyway, guys, just a little bit of a ramble, a little bit of a comparison of these two watches, a little bit of a shout out and a credit to Vincent for kind of taking me to task on not really representing the function of this watch accurately enough. And that's it. So I've worn this morning, and I'm just gonna put it down. It'll be okay till tomorrow. And I'm gonna wear this today. I just really feel like the Rolex, and that's why sometimes it's nice to get away from your good watches.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a watch, Sophie. Watch, yes. And so, yeah, there you go. There you go. You got it. You got it.
Good.
Nice watch. I think it fits you well. It's a little big, but do you like it?
Good.
Yeah, good. All right. Well, you can wear that then.
Good.
All right. Okay, guys. Well, take care. Go into the park time, and see you next time. Bye-bye.